It's a $1 million fire that's being felt in Schuylkill County. Executives from Yuengling Brewery are assessing damages today after a weekend fire at its plant in Florida. Nobody was hurt, but as Matthew Petrillo tells us, it could have been a lot worse.
No beer was wasted, but police and fire crews were called to the Yuengling Brewery in Tampa, Florida shortly after 8 p.m. Saturday. Reports say they found the building engulfed in flames. Officials are ruling the cause of the fire accidental. No one was injured, though it did cause some damage to the facility, says Yuengling CEO Dick Yuengling.
Most of the damage down there is water damage. It got up under the eaves, and I imagine it must have burnt set the insulation on fire, and there was some wooden beams in there, which is the way they built the brewery back in 1958.
The fire mostly took place away from where the lager is produced.
But there were some guys welding, and ironically they were building a fire escape and doing some welding up on the roof of a stock house where we store our beer in bulk.
Now, the fire cost about $1 million in damage, but Dick says it wasn't nearly as bad as the fire that happened right here in Pottsville in the 1800s. A fire completely destroyed America's oldest brewery in 1831, just 2 years after it was built. Yuengling says it's unlikely for another fire to destroy a facility like this one today.
I know breweries, and there's not a whole lot to burn. There's nothing in there but steel tanks and cement, so I couldn't figure out where it was.
Production hasn't halted, and the Tampa facility is back up and running today. Lovers of the lager in our area say they wouldn't know how to drown their sorrows if production of Yuengling stopped.
I'd be devastated. I don't know what kind of effect it would have on the production, but yeah, I'd be pretty disappointed.
It's definitely one of my favorite beers, so it's the first beer I ever had with my dad when I was a kid, when he gave me my first beer. So, no, that would be terrible. It would suck if this thing burned down.
Matthew Petrillo, News 13, Pottsville.